the original Kratos, y'all. TC Carson, my man from Living Single, Kyle Barker. Yo, this right here, in my opinion, man, no disrespect to Chris Judge. You're doing an awesome job, man. But TC Carson, he is the guy that made Kratos iconic. If it wasn't for TC Carson, I mean, of course, you know, the director of the games, the different directors that were involved, the concept artists, they all played a part. But this man's voice is like is what everybody remembers of Kratos, in addition to all of those crazy violent like combos and animations. This dude's voice, like when I think of Kratos, I think of this guy right here.
But then at one point, you got into video games.
Yeah, when work started drying up. I mean, I was doing video work while I was doing Living Single, but we pressed it after I left the show.
Okay, so he said he was doing video games after Living Single, but then he stopped, and then he
was
after
Kratos
the show he got on
your first big video game voice?
Yes, he was first main character. Yeah,
right, and that was God of War, which is one of the top-selling video games ever.
Yes, it is.
Can you give us an example of Kratos?
Zeus, I'm coming for you!
Come on, bro. Come on, man. That's Kratos right there, y'all. Tell me that's not. I mean, you know, Chris Judge, you doing good, bro. But come on, man. This is what everybody remembers about Kratos. Zeus, I'm coming for you. When you think of just power and just brutal and just, oh man, that's the voice I think about when I think about Kratos, man. That voice right there, that was amazing. He's like that, yo. Okay, so let's hear let's hear what he got to say.
Love it.
That is the iconic voice right there.
Great game, by the way. I played the last one.
Yeah.
On PlayStation 4. I know you weren't in it. By PlayStation 4, someone else had taken over.
Right.
But such a great game, such a great concept. And I guess at one point they gave the voice of Kratos to Christopher Judge because they needed to combine like the live action with the voice, and he was kind of bigger. So explain that.
Well, before they were using two people. They were using me for the voice and another mocap actor for the body work. And in the last game, I just don't think they did mocap on me, and I don't think it really worked because I'm small. I'm not and I don't move like a big guy. I move like a small guy. And so Chris is a lot bigger than me. He's like, I think he's like 6'4", 6'5", something like that. He's a big guy. And so it made sense to me. Again, it was how it was done.
Okay, hold on. Before he gets into that, y'all. So they were like, all right, we need to knock two birds in one stone. So we need to get somebody who could voice the character and have the body weight of the character to put the motion cap suit on. Because I've done motion capture acting before. And especially for our game with Seed, like Seth is a big dude, right? And I did scenes where I was trying to act that out, and I was trying to act like I was big, and I was like, oh man, yeah, we're gonna need a big guy to like do some of this motion capture stuff, because you know, you're not gonna get the natural organic weight that you will with a big guy with a smaller guy like myself. So I understand that, right? They had two different people. They're probably like, all right, we gotta make this to where it's better budget wise for the project, even though it's Sony, you know what I mean? But they're still a business, so they're like, all right, we gotta cut expenses. And so that's probably why they were like, all right, we gotta find one person for both jobs. But I mean, after 3 games, he did God of War 1, 2, 3. He did the PSP versions, which I think was 1 or 2 or 3 of them. And then he did fighting games like Mortal Kombat and stuff. I'm like, come on, bro. Come on. But anyway, let's go into it. Let's keep going.
That's all. I mean,
and by the way, he said it was how it was done. So let's listen to what he has to say about that.
It was how it was done. That's all. I mean, I as an actor, you lose jobs all the time. You are done with jobs all the time. But when somebody lets you go, it's a respect thing for me. Just come and talk to me and say, hey, thank you for your service, but we're going with in a different direction.
Mm-hmm.
Never got any call like that.
So he said they didn't even call him, bro. Nah, come on, man. Come on. Now I know, you know what I mean? Like you paid the dude and all that, but come on, man. Like that's this guy's voice over several games. It impacted it made people love the character. You know what I mean? Even more. Like if Kratos didn't have any voiceover and he just did stuff, like people probably still love the character, but man, that voice, like we all know it's iconic. So he said they ain't even hit him up. Now I don't know what, it's two sides of a story. I don't know what Sony on their side, what they have to say about this. Maybe they could speak out about it, put a tweet out about it. Maybe they don't care. But what I will say is it's like a lot of the similarities and things that's happening in AAA and mainstream is kind of that energy. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, nah, we paid to do. Like, why we need to call them up? We doing our new game. You know what I mean? Like, let's just do what we got to do, get this paycheck, keep it moving, But I mean, and I don't want to sound judgmental and stuff, man, but I'm just saying, like, there's just hearing him from his side of the story, it's just like, man, if it was me or whatever, I would at least call the guy and be like, hey man, look, yo, TC, man, dude, your voice was, if it wasn't for your voice, man, yeah, this game, like you played a huge role. We just want to thank you. Let's throw a party or something. You know what I mean? Celebrate the years that we spent together working on this thing. And then, yeah, we're going to welcome the new guy in or whatever. You get to meet him, you know what I mean? And boom, we all shake hands, But basically, yeah. So you heard what he said it. You heard it from his mouth. The actual voice actor of Kratos. He basically said it's not a problem that, they gave the job to someone else or they gave the character to someone else. It was just how they did it. Because Sony have thrown that going away party for him for serving all those years, even though they paid him a paycheck. Like, or is this just another, you come in, you clock in, do your thing, all right, bye. But just imagine you chilling on a couch, you TC Carson, you watch TV or whatever, and then boom, God of War 4. You like, oh, snap. And then you hear another man voicing the character. Like, you be like, damn. Like, they ain't even hit a brother up. You're like, yo, they didn't even, let me know. I don't know. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments. And make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will catch y'all later. Peace and blessings. I'm out.